Quasi, we on?
We on.
All right. Our music came through already?
Yeah.
Oh, man. We would like to introduce you and welcome you to the Think Champs podcast show with Sean Bay, the trainer, and my good brother Divine. He's not here today, but we wanted to start this initial show to bring this excellent program that we think is much needed for the community, domestically and abroad. We're going to be talking about a plethora of very important topics, from health to wellness to nutrition, exercise, fitness, mental state, mental health. We're just going to be going down the line on ways to make sure that you all are fit and healthy out there. Make sure that you are spiritually sound out there. Make sure you are emotionally and nutritionally sound out there. And make sure that we push this program, this wellness revolution that I like to call it, because the wellness revolution is definitely now. We want to make sure that we push this program to the world and abroad so that we can make sure that we're strong. We want to talk about self-defense as well. We're going to talk about martial arts, any type of defense tactics, offensive tactics. We're going to have a holistic show going on here. And we're right here in Newark, New Jersey. What's the address? Oh, I got it, Quasi. We're at 135 Prince Street in Newark, New Jersey at the Hub Arts and Trauma Center. The Hub Arts and Trauma Center. I'm Sean Bay, the trainer. This is our engineer extraordinaire, my brother Quasi, and we're going to be here for the next hour giving some excellent information on this introduction show. All right, so with that being said, and my co-host not being here, I want to let everyone on the line know that you can call in and ask Sean Bay, the trainer, a question. And the dial-in number, the call-in number is 973-400-8457. That's 973-400-8457. If you have a question out there, definitely give me a ring, right? Quasi, hit that phone, you ask your question, and we'll get this conversation moving forward and interactive, and it's going to be a great show, and it's going to be a great program. I can say that I'm more than excited to be doing this. I'm overwhelmed and enjoyed, just to be able to do my part and our part in trying to push health and wellness to the highest plateau and the highest platform that we can push it. Because if you can have your riches, you can have so many things in life, but if that vessel is not clean and if that vessel is not taken care of, then your family life, your economic life, your social life will always suffer, because you'll always be sick. You'll always be stressed out emotionally, wondering what's wrong with you. Why do I feel bad? Maybe you may be on medications, overwhelming amounts of medications, and other medications to try to counteract other medications. And eventually, your liver gets taxed. And, your spirit just gets emotionally overwhelmed, because it's like, come on, I don't want to have to do this. Why should you have to do this? But this is the death sentence. This high blood pressure, this diabetes, this heart disease. It's a death sentence, right? Because once I get it, that's it. It's a wrap, right? The fat lady saying it's over. Wrong. We're going to present to you numerous amount of information, factual information, historic and current information throughout these shows, proving to you that these degenerative diseases not only can be reversed, but have been reversed. I myself am one case, but you don't have to listen to me, because you may not have known me that long to know me when I was a chubster, right? But we're going to bring some guests in. We're going to bring some facts to you every show, and we're going to make sure we get this information out. So just remember that call in number is 973-400-8457, right? So one of the main reasons that we wanted to have this show and talk about this show is because at this current time right now, 40% in America, 40% of adults are obese. That's a huge, huge number. 40%. And with obesity comes all kind of complications, right? Obesity, with obesity is almost like the gateway to the overwhelming list of degenerative diseases. So we don't have the intention of shaming anyone. We don't have the intention of ridiculing anyone. We don't have the intention of talking down on anyone. Our full intention is to try to get as much information and inspiration as we can out into the airwaves and out into the listening audience so that we can hopefully inspire someone and many people to reverse those diseases, change their lifestyle, and pretty much transition into a healthier way of living. Quasi, let the family see the books that we have going on over here. We have tons of health and wellness books, fitness books, exercise books that we have not only read and continue to read, but we're also using that information to, keep our skills sharp and keep our blade, as key as possible. You know what I mean? So we never want to just be talking from the hip and shooting from the hip. We want to be able to give the people factual information. We have the fruits and vegetables going on over here. We promote a healthy lifestyle, right? We're not attacking your lifestyle, but we want to make sure that we promote a healthy, holistic lifestyle as far and as wide as we can. So we promote plant-based living. We promote exercise. We promote fitness. We promote isometric training. We promote plyometric training. We promote high intensity interval training. We promote walking, jogging, swimming, biking, hiking, any form of exercise that you can do to be able to make sure that your mind and your body is clear, clean, mobile, and able to continue to, go on strong and healthy, because, your muscles are just like anything else. If you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. That's right. If you don't use it, you're gonna lose it. As well as your brain cells as well. Your brain cells as well. Those neurological bridges that connect to your intelligence and to your information, they start to sever because you're not brushing up on your information. You're not recollecting your information, and you're not, studying what you used to study. So when you study the brain, you have bridges, neurological bridges that connect to information. They connect to history. They connect to emotions. They connect to past information that you may have had. This is why you have to think and focus and meditate hard to think about what happened on December 1st, 1999. And it'll eventually come to you because you're merging that bridge back together, right? But when you don't think, when you don't study, when you don't focus, when you don't exercise, right? When you don't exercise, because exercise is key, right? When you don't eat healthy foods, right? It starts to fog up your thinking. It starts to fog up your brain. And it starts to really cause a neurological cloud, so to speak, right, in your thinking. So we want to promote muscles, not only the bodily muscles, but the mental muscles. That's why this is called Think Champs. You understand? We want to promote water. We want to promote chlorophyll. We want to promote vegetables, fruit, and we want to promote that information, right? That's going to allow you to be able to move forward in your most strongest and able-bodied self, right? So once again, 973-400-8457. 8457 973-400-8457. It's Sean Bay the Trainer here, and we are the Think Champs Health and Wellness podcast show in Newark, New Jersey, at the Hub, 135 Prince Street, in the heart of the Brick City. 135 Prince Street. This is the Hub Arts and Trauma Center. We're going to be doing this show every single week. We're streaming live on Facebook. We're streaming live on YouTube. Like, love, share. Like, love, share. Right? The podcast is here in the making. Right? We're going to have many, many guests. We're going to have some amazing guests. If you want to be a guest on the Think Champs podcast show, hit Sean Bay the Trainer. Go on my Facebook or any social media platform that you can find me on. Give me an inbox and let me know what it is that you do, and we'll get you on the Think Champs podcast show. We're talking about yogis. We're talking about massage therapists. We're talking about Reiki masters. We're talking about people that are in health and wellness as well. Fitness trainers. We're talking about stretching. We're talking about a whole host of holistic areas that we're going to cover in the Think Champs podcast show, right? We're also going to cover economics as well, right? Because when you get your bread up, right? You want to be able to, spend that bread and buy the blocks out, and you want to be able to, provide for your children and do the things that you want to do, right? By getting your bread up. But you want to be able to stay here for a long time too. You don't want to get rich at 30 and be dead by 35 or 32, right? So we're going to merge these two things together, right? We're going to merge it all together. So like I said to you, if you would like to be on the Think Champs podcast show that is going to blow the roof off for this health and wellness movement, the wellness revolution is now. Let me get some of this water. The wellness revolution is now. Watch this wave, right? Drip too hard, don't stand too close. You can mess around and drown on this wave. So like we said, 40% of Americans are obese. 50% are on some type of prescription drugs. 50%. That's a huge, huge number. That's half. So if we have 1 million people, 500,000 people are on prescription drugs. That's criminal. Why is it criminal? Because the Food and Drug Administration understands with their SAD diet, their standard American diet, they know that these things can be reversed with diet and exercise. They know. But they're too invested, right, with the pharmaceutical big pharma to be able to push this information to you, right? Because they want that bread, right? They say that green is king. We say this green is king, right? So they know 100% that with a proper diet, a healthy nutritional regimen, and exercise, you can get off those medications, right? Abstaining from alcohol and illicit drugs. You can get off those medications, but they don't want you to get off those medications because they make billions and billions and hundreds of billions of dollars off death. Soon we're going to have a sound effect for that. Quasi, we can go dum 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 dum. This is just the first show. You understand? This is the introduction show, family. We are so happy that you are here. We're so grateful and thankful that you are here. We're so grateful and thankful and happy that you are here listening to the Think Champs podcast show with Sean Bay, the trainer, and Divine. Quasi on the engineering board. Our brother Al Tariq from the hub, making this all possible right here in the brick city of Newark, New Jersey, to the world, right? Jersey to the world, right? So Big Pharma understands that they are going to profit off of sickness and death, right? So as soon as you get sugar, right? That's what we call it, right? Instead of diabetes, we call it sugar. Soon as you get sugar, right? You just automatically think that it's over. You're going to have to take this medication for the rest of your life, and that's a death sentence. That's not so. It's not so. Research it. You got Google. Use Google for more than just looking up Fashion Nova stuff and playing games and stuff like that, right? We got to use this technology and information age to benefit ourselves. We got to use it as an information age, right? So you Google it and you'll see tons and tons of people who have reversed these degenerative diseases, as we will continue to say, right? So Big Pharma wants you to believe that once you acquire these diseases, that is a wrap. You know, take this pill, right? That's going to make you have adverse effects. And once you go back to the doctor a couple of months later or a year later, he's going to say, oh, yeah, you got this effect. All right, I'm going to give you this medication. And now you can't sleep. Oh, you can't sleep? All right, we're going to give you that medication. Oh, all right, you can't perform in the bed. All right, now I'm going to give you Viagra and Cialis now. Oh, now your kidneys is hurting. You having pains in your side, gallstones. Okay, now I'm going to give you this. Until you get to that point where you got to have that operation for so many things going wrong in your most vital organs, right? You only get one temple. You only get one body, right? So 50% of Americans, I got my notes here. Let me see what I wrote down. It says that America pays more for healthcare per person than any other industrialized country in the world. Any other industrialized country in the world. That means the system is broken. So if America, according to them, is the greatest nation in the world, right? We're going to make America great again, right? That's what they say out here with these MAGA red hats, right? MAGA baby. MAGA baby, right? We're going to make America great again, right? Why is it that 50% of the population is on prescription drugs, 40% of the population is obese, and we spend more than any other industrial nation on the planet in healthcare? Because it's all about the bread. It's about that rack, those racks, those bands. Back in the days, we used to say it's all about the Benjamins, right? So we want to give a big shout out to Sherry, Montrese, Bonanza, Royston, all the people checking in. Anthony Wallace from South Carolina, Montrese. What's going on, sister? Love you and respect you. I think you out in South Jersey somewhere. I don't want to blow up your spot. I know you don't got no warrants though anyway, but it don't matter. You know what I mean? So Royston's right here in East Orange, New Jersey. And my brother Bonanza, I believe you are in Spring Valley, right? Because I always tell you that same story about how I'm familiar with Spring Valley, right? I repeat the same stories a lot. Oftentimes I'm a Gemini. That's just how I go. I like to repeat myself, right? So we're talking about heart disease, high blood pressure, obesity, and other diet related issues that can be reversed. Let's go into some more information. 15. It says that 1,500 people die per day from cancer. 1,500 people a day. And every minute a person dies from heart disease. And those two diseases, those two degenerative diseases, are the leading causes of death across the board: cancer and heart disease. So when we're talking about cancer, we're talking about so many. Pancreatic cancer. We're talking about ovarian cancer, breast cancer, liver cancer, brain cancer. We're talking about colon cancer, prostate cancer. There's just too many, so many. We say F cancer, but instead of just saying F cancer with a hashtag, we need to find out how we can reverse or at least slow down, right, these degenerative diseases. Now, I'm not a doctor. I'm a fitness trainer and I'm a nutritional coach, right? But I study doctors, right? I study Dr. Africa, Llaila Afrika, who is an ancestor now. I study a Queen Afua, right? I study Dr. Sebi, right? I also study Dr. Joel Furman, Dr. T. Colin Campbell, Dr. Effersine, and my boy, Dr. Milton Mills, right? So even though I myself professionally am a fitness trainer, I'm a holistic fitness trainer who has implemented holistic health and wellness into my training services. So that's the perspective that I come from. And no, I'm not a doctor, but I study doctors who see patients every single day throughout the entire country and have leading, groundbreaking information on how this plant-based nutrition, exercise, and wellness not only works, but is groundbreaking in reversing all of these diseases that our communities are suffering from. But when we talk about the healthcare system, when we talk about the pharmaceutical companies, when we talk about the advertising companies, when we talk about the fast food industry, when we talk about the dairy industry, when we talk about the standard American diet, which is the FDA, right? The Food and Drug Administration, they are all in cahoots together. I like that word. They are all in cahoots together to market and capitalize off of your sickness. So it's not really a healthcare system, it's a sick care system. And once again, what's that number again, Quasi? Let's pull that number up for us real quick. It's 973 400 8457 973 400 8457. That's the number. Let's not forget the World Health Organization, right? The World Health Organization said that processed meat is just as dangerous as smoking cigarettes. Now, Shambe the trainer didn't say that. Quasi didn't say that.
No, wasn't me.
It wasn't you, right?
Wasn't me.
He didn't say it. The World Health Organization said that processed meat is just as dangerous as cigarettes. And if you were ever a cigarette smoker, I was a cigarette smoker for 10 years. 10 years, I think, right from around 1995 to 2005, right? Right on the package. This is how crazy you are out of our minds when we are smoking. But it's addictive, right? That little piece of cigarette has over 300 chemicals in it. So, you know, you anytime you on any kind of drugs, you know, we're crazy. So I've been a part of it, and there's certain things that I still do that I shouldn't do. Smoking is definitely not one of them, though. But that's just me. We want to try to transition everyone. None of us are exempt. None of us are exempt from being able to bring our lives to a better social state, financial state, emotional state, nutritional state, and physical state. None of us are exempt from that. And when I say none of us, I'm including myself, right? Of course, none of us are exempt, right? But anyway, right on the pack of cigarettes, it tells you from the Surgeon General that these cigarettes, we call them cancer sticks, right? We call them cancer sticks. So in the community, in the street, we used to say, let me get one of those cancer sticks. So we knew, right? We knew that smoking caused cancer, but we were just addicted, right? But now they're saying, the World Health Organization is saying, you can go on Google and type W.H.O, right? And get the World Health Organization, and they'll tell you on their website that processed meat is just as carcinogenic, which means cancer causing, and just as bad, right, as cigarettes, which is crazy. Why is it crazy? Because you are told that the only way, or the primary way, or the main way that you are to get your protein, which is necessary, is by meat, right? Which is primarily processed. I mean, unless you're on the farm somewhere, most of us at the sound of my voice is, probably didn't slaughter a cow this morning or a pig in your pigsty and cut them up and fricassee them on. You remember back on
I think I did that at the barbecue.
Right. Yeah, you fricassee. You remember Bugs Bunny, and what was the guy who used to chase him named Yosemite Sam?
Yeah.
Yosemite Sam said, "Bugs, I'm a fricassee you." And then they would tie him up. They would tie Bugs Bunny up, his hand and feet on a pole, right, and put an apple in his mouth, right, and start turning him around over a big fire. And Yosemite Sam would fricassee him. I'm a fricassee you, right? So unless you fricasseed a cow, a pig, or you was in the chicken coop, last night, then the world, the country is eating processed meat. So the same people that tell you, this is why I'm trying to tell you, follow me down this rabbit hole, man. Follow me. Is the wonderful world of Oz. The wonderful world of Oz. It's the yellow brick road. I'm doing two different things, right? The rabbit hole is Alice in Wonderland, and the yellow brick road is Dorothy and Toto. But both of them will take you to the same place, right? The wonderful world of Oz, right? Where nothing is what it seems. So the same people that tell you that the only place and the best place to get your protein, which is necessary, right? We have carbohydrates, fat, and protein, is from meat, are the same people that tell you that, hey, meat is just as carcinogenic as smoking cigarettes. So you got to scratch your head and be like, wait a minute. What do you mean? What do I do? But this information is put out there, family, to confuse you. Right? You got the keto diet. You got the Atkins diet. You got the vegetarian diet. You got the plant-based diet. You got the Daniel fast. You got the Jonathan fast. You got the Jacob fast. You got the, and I'm not, hold on, you Daniel fast. Don't shoot me down with a lightning bolt right now because you think I'm offending your fast. That's not the point that I'm getting to, right? You got all of these different diets, the paleo, right? So which one is the best? Which one is going to work? Which one is for me? Which one is going to, give me optimal health and wellness, right? Today you're on this diet. Next week you're on that one. Next month you're on this one. And then you give them all up and say, F it, bring the hot wings and dumplings and cinnamon buns, right? Because it's confusing. Because it's discouraging. Because it takes away your power to be able to make informed decisions on what it is you should be doing to keep your health and wellness in order and intact. So this is the reason why here at the Think Champs podcast show with Sean Bay the trainer, that we will bring to you health and wellness, nutrition, exercise, fitness, guests, and information to be able to inform our community, to empower our community, and to disallow our community from feeling helpless, from feeling uninformed, misinformed, miseducated, and just malnutritious and nutritious. Right. So this is the introductory show. We having some great time, some great fun. Let me see the phone again. You got it all? The other one. Right. Yeah, just remember, if you have anything that you want to say, Joy, Strength, what's up, Joy? Thank you for tuning in. Al Tariq, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for this wonderful hub. As well as the CEO was out there. What was the COO? What was her name again?
Regina.
Oh, the Queen Regina, and the other brother out there again.
The director of entertainment.
Donald Richardson, right? Thank you. Huh?
It's the Chief Technology Officer.
And the Chief Technology Officer, Quasi the Great. Quasi the Great. Right? We want to thank you all for making this possible. We want to thank the viewers and the listeners. We also want to let you know that the number is 973-400-8457. Bring that back up, Quasi. Bring that back up, Quasi.
The article?
Bring the article back up.
All right, it's there.
We're going to bring this article back up. Right? Let me put my glasses on. People think that these glasses are like, I'm just trying to be like cool, or like, look like Music Soul Child or something. But in reality, let's read that article. Can we expand it?
Yeah.
All right. So what it says is, the World Health Organization says processed meat causes cancer. The International Agency for Research on Cancer has classified processed meat as a carcinogen, which means cancer causing, right? Something that causes cancer. And it has classified red meat as a probable carcinogen, something that probably causes cancer, right? The IARC is the cancer agency of the World Health Organization. So this is the World Health Organization, not America, not Canada. No, bring that back up. We're gonna read the second paragraph. Not Canada, not Trinidad, not Jamaica, the world, right? Not Newark, not Inglewood, not Teaneck, not Patterson, not Jersey City. I'm shouting you out. We're gonna give a big shout out, right, to the Bricks, Irvington, East Orange, right, Montclair. We want to give a big shout out to my family in Patterson, New Jersey. Right, always. We want to give a big shout out to Teaneck, Hackensack, Inglewood. I'm even going to slide Maplewood in there. Yeah, that was a shot. We're going to slide Maplewood in there, right? We're going to slide Bloomfield in there, Montclair, down to Trenton, Camden, Piscataway, Jersey City, Atlantic City, Lakewood, Linden, Edison. If you didn't hear your town, give me a shout out, give me a call, let us know. Let's bring that article back up, right? It says 22 experts from 10 countries received more than 800 studies. I'm going to say that again. I'm going to take some water first with my water. I'm going to take some water. We like tea too. We're going to take, we like to drink tea and mind our business, but today we're going to have some water. So it says, and this is from the American Cancer Society, right? 22 experts from 10 countries reviewed more than 800 studies to reach their conclusions. They found that eating 50 grams of processed meat every day increased the risk of colorectal cancer, meaning colon cancer, right? By 18%. That's the equivalent of about 4 strips of bacon or 1 hot dog. For red meat, there was evidence of increased risk of colorectal and pancreatic and prostate cancer, right? By 18%, just 50 grams, which it said was 4 strips of bacon, right? So let me leave that right there. We're not going to read anymore, but leave that right there for a second, just in case I want to refer to it, Quasi. But let me tie the things that I said earlier in, right? So we just read that, right? So remember how I mentioned the standard American diet earlier, right? SAD, right? So it's called the SAD diet, right? The acronym, the standard American diet, right? So the average standard American diet says eggs and bacon, toast, and orange juice, right? So the criteria that they are recommending to the citizens of the country include something that they themselves are saying causes pancreatic cancer or increases the risk of pancreatic cancer, colon cancer, and prostate cancer. You see what I'm talking about, family? It's about that bread. It's about misinformation. That's what it's about. I didn't say it. They did. Right? Go to the standard American diet. Go to that pyramid. Right? Right? Eggs, bacon, toast, and orange juice. Right? Or cereal with cow milk. Right? Orange juice, toast with butter. Right? That's what they recommend.
They call it nutrition balance, right?
Right. They call it a balanced nutritional diet. Right? That's exactly what they say. Right? But they are also saying that with that same suggestion, recommendation, standard, I think is a better word, that they have given you, that same standard also increases your risk for colon cancer, pancreatic cancer, prostate cancer. Now, why is that? Now, we spoke about the standard American diet. Now, why is it pancreatic, colon, and prostate cancer? Because if you know where those organs are placed in your body, you know, by your waist area, your rectum, where you're supposed to defecate from, right? What happens is in your intestines, right, that those carcasses, right, that meat gets plaqued, or what else can what's a better term that I can use? Built up. This is why Quasi is the number one, not only engineer in the world, but he's the number one built up guy in the world. Not of those things that we talking about, but built up of information, technology, information, and all of those great things, right? So that's where it gets built up at. That's why many people are constipated. You know, I'm a fitness trainer by profession, and one of the questions that I ask my clients that they don't teach us to ask clients until you get into nutritional coaching, but in just regular fitness training, they don't teach you to ask your clients, well, how many times do you defecate a day? How many times you go to the bathroom, right? Because if you haven't used the bathroom in 2 days, and that's an actual fact with many, many people, right? Or you eat 3-4 times a day, but you've only used the bathroom to do number 2. That's what we call it, right? Number 2 once in a day, then you are constipated, right? They like to call it full of shit, right? So we don't want to be cussing on this show, but I just wanted to say that to give you a better understanding of where that term comes from, right? So back to what I was saying, these are the reasons why we tie in the standard American diet, the American Cancer Society, the World Health Organization, and how they thrive and make billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars off of confusion, fear, misinformation, and not health, but sickness and death, right? So with that being said, we want you to give us a call, like, love, and share. Our number is 973-400-8457. This is the Think Champs podcast show. I'm gonna tell you, Quasi, let's talk about this. We got 5 minutes. We're gonna talk about this, right? So let's just imagine. So next time, we're gonna have like the logo and all of that stuff popping. Tell me what else we're gonna have.
The Twitter hit 3. We're gonna have the Twitter feeds popping.
The Twitter feeds popping.
The Instagram feeds popping.
The Instagram feeds popping.
Yeah, we just gonna be popping over here.
We're gonna be popping. We're gonna have the sound effects in the background, man. Yep. We're gonna have that logo coming on. I want to give it
fresh green.
We're gonna have the fresh green.
We gonna that's mean.
That's
mean.
That's
mean.
That mean green. Right. So stay with us. Stay tuned. Thank you for tuning in. Continue to tune in. I want to give a big shout out to my cousin Saladin in Trenton, New Jersey. Right? He gave us they heard the intro beat. Okay. We gonna go out with that too, right? When we go out, man, he gave at the drop of a dime. I said, Sal, I need an intro beat. He was like, I got you. I hit you tomorrow. The very next day, less than 24 hours later, he emailed me the beat, and that intro beat is what you heard. That banging beat is what you heard before we came on and after we're gonna go off. But bear with us. We're going to talk about a lot of great things. We're going to talk about exercise. We're going to talk about wellness. We're going to have a whole show. Maybe our next show is going to be about exercise and fitness. But we're going to talk about a lot of great topics, right? Holistic health, wellness, nutrition, all kinds of awesome topics. Once again, as we're going to talk about training, we're going to talk about trainers, right? How to pick a great trainer. How do you know a great trainer? Why do you not want to exercise? What's stopping you from exercising? And how can we put together a program that will allow you to allot much needed time to exercise? Right? Because we have to exercise and we have to try to eat as right and as well as we can. And look, here's the thing, which is awesome. This healthy living is trendy now, right? So we don't want it to be just a trend for you. We're just going to capitalize off the fact that it's very trendy now, which is great. That's a great thing. I myself been doing this for 15 years. I've been plant-based for 15 years, been working out longer than that, maybe 20, 25 years, right? Maybe about 20 years. No, a little more than 20 years, right? So, even though I've been doing this way before when it wasn't cool, right? Way before it was a trend, I'm glad that it's trendy now. So for those of us who have it in our heart to be able to capitalize off of it and pull people in who are going to pick up on it beyond just a trend, this is us seizing the time. With all of the social things going on out in the world, I want you to seize the time. Instead of criticizing the steps and methods that people are using to get from point A to point B, right? Think about how you can seize the time
30 seconds.
And make sure that you get the best results. So once again, this is Sean Bay, the trainer at the Think Champs podcast show. Thank you for our first initial show. We out.